Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so first of all, I want to let you guys know that I'm getting this information, or rather this idea, from a guy by the name of Mr. 81. So I encourage everybody to go check out his channel. He's growing his channel from the ground up just like I am, so I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to take his content. If anything, I want you guys to take his idea and do it. And what his idea was is that we trade Mo Bamba for Kelly Olynyk, Utah. Now, the reason why we do that is because Mo Bamba's going to be possibly picking up a $10 million option or something like that. We have the right to pick up his option, I believe. I think it's on the Lakers, and we could probably let him walk. But we can also do a situation like this where we sign and trade, if that's how it goes, to try to bring in Kelly Olynyk. Now, the reason why you bring in Kelly Olynyk is going to help you with not shot blocking, but rebounding and three-point shooting. He's a fantastic three-point shooter. I encourage you to go check out Mr. 81's video. He broke it down. And more or less, it's one of those situations where I think it's a great trade. He said he came up with it on his own, but that's one of the most reasonable trades that I've seen someone come up with like that. Because at the end of the day, Mo Bamba's a player who didn't really do anything for us because of injuries. And going into next season, if he's going to be a part of our team, then chances are we're going to be paying more than what we want to pay for him. Now, on the other hand, if we trade him to the Jazz would probably be getting about $5 million of cap relief. Because I think he said Olynyk's at like 16 for this upcoming year. And of course, we said Mo's at 10. So that's what the incentive would be for the Jazz. And for us, it would be us bringing in a player that we know we can fit into our system. Kelly Olynyk is capable of really stretching the floor and playing extremely fantastic ball. We saw him play well with the Celtics, the Rockets. Obviously now with the Utah Jazz, he's just really been a good player all the way through his career. And at this point, I think he's ready to be a part of a winning situation. You know, the Los Angeles Lakers would obviously be slotting him next to LeBron and AD, and that's a lot of size. Now, obviously, Mo Bamba's still a piece I really like. You guys know I don't dislike Mo Bamba as a piece. But my thing is, with the injury issues that we've had, coupled with the fact that we haven't seen him play, coupled with the fact when he was available, our coach wouldn't play him, all of those three things come to me to tell me we can let go of that player and not pick up a $10 million option on him. He's not $10 million worth of player for Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham has proven that by not playing him. So my thing is like, all right, well, I know Kelly Olynyk's probably going to fit more so what Darvin would like to do because he's a shooter. He's a shooter and he's got some size. He doesn't play as much defense, but, you know, you're going to make up for it on the boards. You're going to make up for it stretching the floor, and that is where it's key. He's not going to take up space from guys driving the ball, but at the same time, he's going to help you on the offensive glass and all these different things. So it's like, you can definitely see him being a piece that is more utilized on our squad. And at $16 million, if you're replacing him with Mo, then obviously that 16 is just going to be assumed to fit in just nicely in the cap at just a little $6 million over than what you were expecting. So all the numbers and all that would have to be worked out. But I think it would be an upgrade in the sense that it would give Darvin somebody who would be more willing to play, somebody who would more than likely help us be a better three-point shooting team than we ever would have thought of being before, since we've had, you know, kind of duds with our three-point shooters, with Beasley and D'Lo just basically not giving us much in the playoffs. I think it would make a lot of sense to try to bring us a stretch five or somebody like that, who has higher upside than what he's been able to show as of late, who can do some of the things that we ultimately want our center to do next to AD. And so that's really my thinking. I really like the idea of bringing Kelly O onto this team for size, obviously. And if it for me also, it's just Mo Bamba is a player which at the end of the day, as much as I like him, he really isn't proven. As much as I think his upside is there, those who've paid more attention to him have so much more pessimism to say about him than what I do from afar. So it gets to a point where it's like, you know what I mean? If he was on a regular contract, if we can get him back for what it is we expect him to provide, then I obviously want to go forward and see what he can give us. I'm not down on him by any stretch of the imagination, but it just becomes a situation where it's like, regardless of what I think, it's about Darvin. And when Bamba was perfectly healthy, Darvin would not put him in the game. And so my thing is like, all right, let's not keep players on our team that's going to be so expensive that Darvin doesn't want to play, eating at our cap. That just doesn't make any sense. Find Darvin some guys that he can feel very comfortable using, guys that are going to fit his offensive system, and guys that are ultimately going to be able to fill in and give us size in Bamba's stead. Because the last thing we want to do is trade Bamba for a guard or something like that, or let Bamba walk and not bring back the player that would have that size for us in his stead. Now, the length that Bamba provides is really intriguing to me. Kelly Olynyk has good length too, but it's not like crazy length like Bamba. So that's something that's going to be coming away from the situation. But ultimately, I think Kelly Olynyk, as I said, is more proven. He's more proven to have been able to shoot the three, even though they both profile as 3-point shooters. At the end of the day, you just know Kelly Olynyk is probably more equipped to take on the role that Darvin want to give him, and so on and so forth. So that's where my head goes in regards to that particular thing. Shout out to Mr. 81 once again for giving us the idea. I just want to piggyback it and reinforce it to everybody who watches me. Like, yo, I like the framework of how that looks. I like the upgrade and what it would do for our team and our coach and our 3-point shooting. And ultimately, I've always wanted Kelly Olynyk on this team. I really have. I've been watching him, as I said, since the Celtics days, since before that, since he was in Gonzaga. I think, was it Gonzaga? I think it was Gonzaga. Wherever he was at. I remember seeing him play well there. And, he's just a really good player that has always slotted in very nicely as a backup center who plays up that value. So, I think we can give him a fantastic role here. And I think he will continue to play well here just like he does everywhere else. So, that's what I got to say, man. BDO 44. I thank you all for watching.